The next thing that I want to make you business owners aware about is with regards to the Skills Development Levy Mandatory Grant. What is this? If your company salary for the 12-month period is more than 500,000, so it's more than $500,000 over 12 months. So when you add up everybody's gross salary, if it adds up to 500,000 for your organization, you have to register for Skills Development Levy. Skills Development Levy, you then have to pay 1% of the Skills Development Levy over to SARS, which ultimately gets paid to your SAICA. What does SAICA do with this money that they are getting from the companies? They are using it to upskill employees within South Africa. Okay, so that's how it comes about. One, if your company's salary is 500,000 and more over a 12-month period, you have to register for this SDL. Once you've registered for it, 1% of the gross salary within your company, 1% of it has to be paid over to SARS. SARS then pays it over to your SAICA that your organization falls under. So here's an example. Total salary for the company was 1 million. Then they had to submit SDL of 1%, which is basically 10,000 Rand over a 12-month period. So where is this tax saving? There's this tax saving called mandatory grant with regards to SDL, where it's saying that your organization, if it applies to SARS and meets certain requirements, then you can claim back 20% of the SDL that you have paid over to SARS over the 12-month period. So in this example, you are able to claim back 2,000 Rand of that 10,000 Rand that you had been paying over to SARS. Okay, so just to say that again, if you are paying SDL on a monthly basis, you are able to claim back 20% of the SDL that you have been paying over to SARS over the 12-month period when you apply for this mandatory grant. Okay, I've got time for one question. Is the SDL mandatory grant making sense? Are there any questions? Is anybody paying SDL every month to SARS? Do we have anybody that's paying SDL?
I'm not. It's a must. I understand SDL is a must, but yeah, I don't see why it would benefit SMEs. Well, of course, depending on what your revenue is. But yes, you paid 10,000, you get 2,000. I'm just trying to get what is the logic.
Okay. So one, when your company makes more than 500,000 over 12 months in terms of salaries, you have to register. So how does it benefit the country? What are you paying this money for? So this money gets sent to the SAICAs that all companies fall out under. So I'm in the finance industry. So my SAICA is, I think it's fierce, but there's a finance SAICA. So what happens is the SAICA uses that money to upskill people in my industry, like upskill, not necessarily learners, but employees within the finance SAICA. So they have to have access to some money in order to upskill people in your industry. So that's what the money gets used for. Okay. So that's how it benefits not necessarily SMEs, but it benefits the country in that way, whereby there's money available for upskilling employees within industries. Okay, there's a question. Hi, Pam, is SDA paid in one go at the end of the financial year or a bit by bit every month? SDL is paid monthly, but the SDL grant, you can apply for it every 12 months. SDL is paid together with your pay as you earn and UIF. It's paid on a monthly basis to SARS. Okay, cool. All right, we've answered some Q&A. All right, there is a gift that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to email you a link to be able to get our latest ebook. So please do take time to read it. It basically says it's about 10 reasons why small business owners change accountants. So it's uncovering the true cost and embracing change for prosperity. So I can't wait to share that with you. And then the second thing is, for a limited time, I'm willing to offer a free consultation for 30 minutes to you small businesses to find out how we can help you with your bookkeeping, with your taxes, as well as your payroll. So please do make use of this, particularly now that we're going into the festive season. You want to prepare for a new year, and having insights from an accountant can very much benefit your business. Our next webinar is taking place on the 14th. It's the final webinar for this session. And our focus is going to be on VAT. How can your organization pay less VAT? So please do join us on the 14th of December, 9 till 9:30. These are our contact details. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can call us, you can WhatsApp us on 073-490-1703. Here's our website to check us out a little bit more at www.nzumoconsulting.co.za. You can also send us an email at info@nzumoconsulting.co.za. We are physically based in Gauteng, but we service SMEs all over South Africa, thanks to things like Zoom. And for a couple of our clients, we do fly to them. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this webinar. I do really appreciate your time. I'm gonna close the webinar, but I am gonna stick around for 10 more minutes. So if you do want to stick around and ask just a couple of questions, I am gonna stay around for 10 minutes. But the webinar has ended, because I do appreciate your time. I know you are very busy people. So thank you. Hi, Nogzola, you've got your hand up.
Yes, sorry, earlier on, I actually raised it to say I'm seeing that document. But now I wanted to ask, how do I claim back this SDL?
So, one, you can reach out to your accountant to help you to apply for claiming this SDL, because there's certain things that you need to have done or to do going forward. So basically, some of the things that there are two documents that you need to complete. The first one is to say, how did you upskill your employees within your organization over the 12-month period? The next document is, how do you plan on upskilling the employees in your organization in the next 12 months? And if they are happy with what you're saying, then you will qualify for the 20% SDL. But please do reach out to your accountant for further assistance.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay.
Pamela, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
All right, fine, and you?
I'm great, thanks.
Pamela, I just want to find out. I also do that 2 months VAT returns. My accountant is busy doing it. But what do we do as a small SMME as the accountant submit it late?
Yeah, you have to have the conversation with the accountant to say I think firstly find out what happened. It's always important to find out what is the reason, because there could be a number of reasons. For example, they could have been waiting for information from a client like you. That's why they were not able to submit on time, whatever the case may be. So first have the conversation with the accountant to find out what happened. Why did we submit late? Are you with me? And thereafter, you can have a discussion based on what is said on who is then gonna pay back this interest, because until that interest is paid, your status is gonna be showing as non-compliant.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
So having the communication with the accountant is quite important. And the other thing I just want to share with you, that this document that I shared.
Yes.
This you can request from your accountant on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So it's called the statement of accounts, right?
Okay.
So you can request one for VAT, because this is for VAT, and then you can request one for pay as you earn, and you can request one for income tax,
Okay.
so that you can see these penalties, these interest, and then have the conversation with them.
I will do that. Thank you.
Yeah. So as business owners, that's what I always share with them, to say, okay, as much as you have your accountant who's doing the submissions, right? Business owners, you still need to take accountability, because this is your business's taxes. So how you can take ownership on your side is by requesting the statement of accounts to see if is this what is happening in my organization.
Yes.
If it is, perfect. If it's not, then have the chat with them.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you, Pamela.
You're welcome, dear.
Okay, then thanks. Bye.
Sure. Okay, so we have a question on the chats. So if you pay SDL monthly, how will you know whether you will end the year with a revenue of 500,000 or more? Things may change in the course of the year. Okay, so the 500,000 is your gross salary. So meaning that when you add up all your employees' salary, if over a 12-month period, it adds up to 500,000, you have to register for SDL. So I just want to clarify that. Okay, so 500,000 over 12 months, I think it's about 43,000. Right, please give me a second. Okay, so there are two things we're mixing here. The first one is with regards to the 500,000. The 500,000 is saying that if your total gross salary over a 12-month period is more than 500,000, is 500,000 and more, you have to register for SDL, right? And then once you're registered for SDL, you are registered. What happens during the year in terms of losses of revenue, etc., is irrelevant. But once you've registered for SDL, you register for SDL, and you just have to pay 1% of the gross salary to SARS. Okay, all right. No, Vuya gets it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Vuya, for the question. Okay. Nogzola, your hand is still up. Is this an old hand or you have another question? Okay, if you do, please just unmute. It's an old hand. No stress, dear. Okay, so I still see we've got a couple of people on the line. Do you have a question for me? I'm just gonna go by name. Alfred, hi Alfred, my client. Thank you for joining. I appreciate the support. Trust me, we're doing all this for you. Okay. Crispin, if you've got a question for me, please unmute and just ask it. Hi, James. James is a fellow accountant. Please ask if you've got any questions or want to add value to something. I'm open to that. Gifilia, hi. If you've got a question, please ask. All right. Moshapadi. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not pronouncing your name too badly. If you've got a question, please do ask. Tlantla, if you've got a question, I'm here. Okay, Nogzola, you've asked. Yvette, thanks for the question earlier on. Lerato, if you've got a question, please ask. Okay, I'm going to open the floor for, yes, you've unmuted.
Hello.
Hi, dear, how are you?
Good. I just wanted to ask you, the SMEs, yes, I understand what you've said, how the SDL works. But what I wanted to ask is that the SMEs that benefit, for instance, if you are in tourism, you need to come in, they pay them stipend. Does that come from the SDL?
Yeah.
From other companies that have paid who are above 500K per month? Does that come from the SDL?
I think part of it does. So it's not just the stipend, but yes. So basically that's what the SDL money goes towards such things like the stipend. Because remember, the stipend is there to upskill people who are still at entry level to get their
Yes.
foot in through the door. But now the companies are possibly not hiring them because they can't afford to. So the stipend is there to say, please just give them the experience, we'll pay them for their salary in a way. But it's about upskilling and upskilling people in that industry, and a portion of the SDL would go to such things.
What is the qualifying criteria for you to be able to get sort of trainees or in-service training, people who have done something either at university and then they come and gain experience? Let's say you're a farmer or something, they come and do their internship there or their apprenticeship. What is the qualifying criteria there? Is it something that is out of our scope?
Oh, no, it is out of my scope, but I know enough to say you just have to go to your SAICA and say, I am looking for interns, I'm looking for, different terms, but you're basically looking for people to come work in your organization who are just at entry level. They'll then say, these are the things that you need to be sure. Yes, and if you meet them, then they will give you the learners. But there is huge opportunity for that.
No, I just wanted to make sure because I suspected the money comes from the SDL.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's very clear. It's just a question of get in touch with the relevant SAICA.
SAICA. Yeah, SAICA.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Time for one more question. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right, cool. Thank you so much, business owners, for joining me. I do appreciate your time, and I can't wait to see you at the next webinar. It's the final one on VAT. Okay, cool. See you. Take care. Bye.